Well, hello, and welcome back to the tower. So, yes, we are in the tournament. Oh, this is not looking good. Not good at all, this bracket. We will see what happens tomorrow. Let's just let the bracket cook. We'll come back to that. Obviously, we are not investing anything here, and I actually have to save these stones up because tomorrow, after the tournament, we are going to pick up Enemy Balance Plus. Yes, even though we're not quite done with Super Tower, we're actually pretty close. I need to have 7 quadrillion before I can finish it up. So we are close to being done. We need about 200 trillion more. That's really not going to be a problem. I'll probably finish that overnight. Easily overnight. And then it's just having enough gems to rush it to finish it. But that does mean once we start the 9th level of research, that basically we can go ahead and start our next mastery. And the reality is, I'm not sure who I'm going to drop. We'll get to research in a minute. The reality is, I'm not sure who I'd drop. But we will just rush it tomorrow, probably. Start the last level. And of course, we will rush the last level when it is complete. Because there's nothing past it. So you might as well rush it and get it done with. Because that's the last level. And then anything we have extra can go to Enemy Balance Plus. So that's kind of how I'm planning to do that. We will get to that in a moment. Obviously, we won't be doing anything with modules either. I guess we can... I don't even really want to upgrade the gun, because it's 210 trillion. We'll do that later. I don't think... Is the triangle? Can the triangle be up? Well, okay, I'm going to upgrade the triangle, because that's going to give me more coin bonus. Alright, there we go. We upgraded the triangle. So now we need 400 trillion, so... Yeah, this just keeps getting more and more expensive here. And I did get a comment about, what about package mastery? So here's kind of the reality about package mastery. It is a great mastery. But right now, with the way my economy is and everything else, and how I'm kind of struggling to do one card mastery, really not, like, it's like if I get it, I won't be able to do the card masteries I'm doing. Basically, that's the long and the short of, yes, I could get it. Yes, it's a good mastery. Yes, all those things. But right now, when I'm already so limited on how much coins I make, it's really, to me, not the big brain play to go pick it up. You know, shoot, do I just pick this up anyways? I guess. So I just don't see it as the big brain play right now. Maybe in the future that changes and my economy is better. Enemy Balance Plus is supposed to help me make even more coins. So maybe that will be a tipping point to me making a lot more coins. Obviously, I have to spend the stones to get it. And we have to do a lot of research on enemy balance to get that double elite. And then we'll see what that does. That's all we can do. At the very least, I expect it to really help me get more cells, which, you know me, I am all about researching things. So, I feel like this video is actually going to be pretty quick, because, like, the event, oh, we can do the workshop upgrades. That's a great idea. That is one we can do. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yep, that costs me nothing. Alright, so we did get that. We do have that, but I want to save about 400 for the next one. Let's see if we can spend that somewhere. I could probably get duration, and so, you know what? I will grab a duration. So yes, probably better to get range or cooldown. But for right now, I'll grab the duration just so I can spend this down a little bit. You always want to walk in with about 400 to purchase these 2 themes if they're new. If they're not new, it's great because then you can just spend things somewhere else. So that's what we're going to do there. Obviously, we can't do anything with modules. So the only thing left is research. Wow. Wow. All right, so as you can see, shock chance level 29. So this is actually We'll probably be finished with this one next week, so I don't know what we'll put there. We got, obviously, Super Tower Mastery level 8. If I had enough coins, I would be rushing this. Yeah, I don't know if this is the best idea, but it's the best idea I've thought of right now. We're going to do it. So now we're on Super Tower Mastery level 9. Obvious. So I kind of just undid what I did, but I do need to make sure I get this back to... Okay, I got it back to 161. So obviously, we will be leveling these up instead. I don't know if that was the right move. But you know what? It worked. I would rather be started on Super Tower Mastery level 9, I'll tell you right now, and farm coins and catch my modules up tomorrow, I will tell you that. That to me does seem like the better play. So now we can start burning down Super Tower Mastery level 9. We have everything ready now to go after enemy balance. And so the reality is enemy balance is going to take this. What I'll do is I'll pull Shock Chance out, put enemy balance in once I have enough coins. I should have enough coins to start it, and I can swap it in. I just won't be able to rush it. And then, yeah, Ampy's down here. Ampy's almost done with his cooldown, and Shock Chance is almost done, and Damage per meter still has a ways to go. But cooldown goes to 25, so we only have 4 levels to go. I was kind of surprised at how quick this lab was. I will probably do duration after this. I don't know how expensive duration is. Amplify bot duration. It gets up to... Its total of... The total cost is 470 trillion at my redux. And and it does get really long at the end. So, like, for example, the last few levels are where it actually gets expensive. But even at 4x, those last few levels are 4 days, almost 5 days, over 5 days, 6 days, and 7 days. So it's probably, I can probably start doing that, especially because, like, a lot of the early levels, they're really inexpensive, like probably up to like 15, which is 24 days, which is 3 weeks right there. So we'll probably just swap cooldown into duration once cooldown is done. That was kind of my plan. And now that my economy is doing a lot better, it makes a lot more sense to do that. Oh, I need to undo that because I always hate it when I actually did the thing and changed the speed up. So, all good things. Of course, I don't want to burn too much of this because I want to save for this, but I also don't want... I made the mistake one day of almost burning too many gems before the tournament, which was ridiculous. So we definitely don't want to do that. I don't even remember what I did. I think it was dumb. Probably was rushing a lab. I was like, oh, I'll do this lab. The lab didn't help me. This might help me because now I just half the cooldown of Super Tower Mastery. It was 6 seconds, now it's 3 seconds. So, I mean, yeah, that was kind of a gambit that I did here, but you know what? I doubt the extra few levels here is really going to help me versus what I did there. At the very least, you know, we gotta get the cooldown ticking down on that. And like I said, we can always take the trillions we make overnight and pump them back up. But the reality is, because I'm doing so few things right now, that's it. That's all we can do. Oh no, I got a rhino guy in here. All right, yeah, this is going to be I'm looking at this as a 9th placer. This is a 9th place bracket right here because I'm pretty sure Nick's a 4 placer. I've seen him before. It's my fault. I queued up a little later than I wanted to. And this is what you get. A bunch of rank 1ers. You can't win every bracket. And what am I sitting on here? I have 24 keys. Oh, I can't grab that. I just have to play. Just have to play. So I did get some feedback about this. Somebody in the comments, I did see what you said about how I need this to reroll. I disagree. Because all my modules are 161 or higher. I don't feel like I need to focus a specific I don't need to focus a specific module up. Now again, if they release modules and there's a 201 module that gives you a 7th sub slot, okay, then yeah, maybe I would need to do it then. But that's so far away, so expensive away, that it's really not worth worrying about right now. Especially because we don't even know when it's going to happen. So I think I'm fine now just building up, especially since, like I said, everything's 161. We're saving up our rerolls to reroll Dim Core. So I feel good with that. Which likely means we might as well just get the gem thing undone. So we'll go ahead and grab those. We'll go ahead and grab this. And so this is probably going to be a bad tournament. So I'll be lucky to get 6 keys, but you know, it is what it is. Then we'll just save up to get this last one where the add gems can stack up to 5 times. And then once we get that, we can probably grab these last 2 card slots and then just start working here. And once we get this done, until super missile is actually doing anything, we're good. So we're already making good on our goals here. We are 25, 70 away. I actually really do want this, by the way. I probably want this more than I want the gem stack, but the gem stack just makes more sense right now. Just because this will let me respec whenever I want. And I'm also going to grab the presets. I want the presets too. I want to go all the way to we can build a nice tournament preset, just like we have everything else. I can have my farm preset. I can have my tournament preset. Somebody mentioned the Evil Devo plan. I mean, maybe, but I feel like going after the card for... I feel like doing this mastery is kind of a waste just to try Devo. I could do it. It's like, yeah. Also, somebody asked me for the coin breakdown. They were wondering how I was going from like 500 to 700. So this is the full breakdown of what I actually farm with, okay? This is what happens when I'm in my tournament cards and why it goes down to 500. As soon as you turn off that card, it goes down to about 520. So when you see me flicking between these two, it's just, this is my farm card, these are my tournament cards, that's the difference between the two. That's the only thing. So, I mean, not too much to do, like, this is a weird transition, but I don't want to sit here and just talk about nothing, honestly. Let's go see how it goes. All right, we're going to do that and that. See, I do have those on repeat now, so I just set them up at the beginning of the run, and they just go off when they go off. I got both of those card slots specifically because I wanted to just be able to do these events, and as you can see, I did complete the... I think there was a nuke event. Where are you, nuke? There it is. So I was just able to complete the nuke event by playing the game, which was nice. That was a very nice change of pace versus trying to do something special for the nuke event. So, I mean, there's not too much else we can do. I mean, we're kind of in... With the way card masteries are, they're so expensive. I'm kind of in a holding pattern. And like I said, we're hoping that Enemy Balance Plus will help me make some more coins. And then we can kind of figure out where we're going to go from there. Oh. Well, there's no point in talking about that because I have to get Enemy Balance Plus first going before we even do anything else. But we will be working on the size of my hole. If you have watched the tournaments, you do know that my hole isn't big enough. You can see it right here. There's not enough overlap between my hole here, and so some of the cubes do not go in my hole. And that's very detrimental for my farming and everything involving my hole. So the next step is making the holes bigger, because if my hole is bigger, more stuff goes in the hole. That's just how holes work. Like, the bigger the hole, the more stuff falls in. So we really need to enhance the size of my hole. And then once my holes are done, then what we can do is we can shift to working on Death Wave. Now in here I have 2 holes. I got the double hole. That's one of the researches you can do for the hole, is you can get the double hole. But yeah, but then I have to do the Death Wave quantity. And Death Wave quantity won't be too expensive, I think. I don't remember. It's probably more expensive than I remember, because I'm not looking at it. That's how those things work. Like, I think something's not expensive at all, and then I look at it, I'm like, oh wow, that is a lot more expensive than I thought. It is... Yes, it is more expensive than I thought. We have to spend 2,250 stones to finish up my Death Wave quantities. That's a lot more expensive than I thought. It was cheaper in my mind. But once that's done, guys, you guessed it, it's Chronofield time. So Chronofield needs another 2,000 stones for the slow. And then the only thing we need to worry about is maybe getting a rank or 2 of Chronofield Plus to get to really get the toilet bowl going. But we need the slow. We need the slow. Or wait. Or do we get bigger spotlight angels? Oh, that's tough. Do I get a bigger spotlight angel? I don't know. Let me get let's do the boring stuff. Let me get Chronofield done. Let me get the slow for Chronofield, so it's 75%. Let me get, like, at least Chronofield 2. And a little bit more Chronofield duration. Just get it to 50 seconds. Well, actually, if we don't reroll my dim core, I don't need to get, but, you know, that's the whole thing. We're going to need to roll. So let me just get let me just fix my Chronofield after we fix my hole. How much is it going to take me to fix my hole? That could be expensive surgery, and we're not talking about the price of fixing my hole. Okay, my black hole is currently, my hole is currently 60, it's 1,000 stones. It's 1,200 stones to fix the size of my hole. Goodness gracious. A man can't get a break here. So that's like a week and a half to fix my hole. Plus whatever I have left over. I'll have some left over from this. This is not going to be a good tournament for me. Let's see. If I get 9th, that's 300 stones. So I'll have about 150 left over. So I have 150 left over, so that might be able to go towards enhancing my hole. Actually, no, it won't. It takes 169 stones to enhance my hole. So hopefully, actually, I can't. Oh, I can't do it. So potentially, I could do some milestone farming. You know why I can't do milestone farming? Because I need to get coins. You know why I need to get coins? Because my stuff is so expensive. My research, my mastery research is so expensive. So I don't want to go milestone farming just yet. I might have to. I'm so concerned about running out of coins. So this is the thing. I thought that I was going to have a little gap where I completed Super Tower before I started my next card mastery. And the answer is no. No, I'm not going to have a little gap. We're going right into EB+. We'll be starting that tomorrow after the tournament. So I won't have a gap. And that means I won't have any time to do anything that's not coin farming related. So you're just going to have to get back on that saddle and keep farming those coins. Oh. So hold on. I almost forgot. Some people did ask. Oh, I guess I did it the way I do it on the tournament. Whatever. Some people did ask, how did the tier 12 run? And I said, I won't say anything until the episode. It wasn't good. There's a reason we're in tier 11 right now. It was a little higher than I expected. I thought it was closer to 950, but we actually got almost to 900 trillion. It was significantly faster, but the issue is the cells were terrible because I only got to 6,600, and usually I get to 10,000. And if I remember correctly, it's over 6,000 for the cells where they really start doubling because you get double the elites. And I probably would need to be able to make this last to probably about 7,000 to 7,500 before it really becomes viable. Now, obviously, it is quicker because I got 900 trillion, and we can do a simple thing here. So this is 10K waves, so I can't do the math, but like that's like every 1,000 waves is 100 and something trillion. Or not 1,000. Yeah, no, 1,000. Yeah. 1,000 is 100 and we'll say 170 trillion for the ease of the math. And let's see. So we'll say we'll give it a little buffer. 893 divided by 65. And that can't be right. No, because I did by 100 times 10. So that is 137 trillion. So obviously I'm getting about 31 trillion more on the tier 10. Even though the tier 10 is longer, it's just because there's so much wind-up time with the tier 12. To really make shorter runs more viable, you need wave acceleration plus, you need intro sprint, and we're just not there. We're just not there. That's why these shorter runs are getting a lot more viable, because basically you can do that now. You can do you can do intro sprint to skip past all the cruff and get in there, and with wave acceleration too, stuff happens faster. So those two things really work to make that happen. We're just going to do it like I do in tournaments now. Yep, there we go. So that's how that kind of has shaken out. And again, there's not too much else to do. We're just, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, we're just going to keep our head down, stay focused on the game, and just keep grinding. You know? Maybe we'll look at milestones at some point. I just, like, part of the reason, too, is I just, and this is a me problem, I also don't feel like I've gotten that much stronger where I'm going to make a huge amount of milestone progress. Obviously, I've cleared tier 13, I think. You know, we're just gonna... No, I don't want to reset. I'm almost positive I've cleared tier 13 because of what tier 13 drops. As far as I remember, tier 13 drops the relic. That is the 10% coin bonus, and I have that. So all my farming is 14, 15, and 16, the three tiers that I can look at for... And not for farming, but for milestones. So it's something I will keep in mind. But but it's going to be hard for me to do it right now. And but we'll see. We'll see. I don't want to say everything is off the table. But we, like I said, we do need to work on that enemy balance plus. But you know, here we are. We're chilling. Look at how super my tower is. I'll show you my ultimate weapons. You can see just how super they are now. So you got to remember, I don't have the Berserk card. So you can see they're getting pumped up, and they drop, and they get pumped right back up to almost 200 Q for Chain Lightning. So that's pretty cool. And we got like 17 Q for Smart Missiles, and then all this is multiplied by what's in the Spotlight, which is 17. It goes from 21 to 17. Yeah, 71. So almost 72. So that's some nice double multiplier there. So that's some big damn for me. But yeah, that's where we're at. It's not the most exciting one because most of these upgrades are pretty incremental. except for the super tower, but it's hard to quantify the super tower outside of tournaments. I did get an 800 wave tournament yesterday, almost. It was 779. Did I actually fix this? No. This. Yes. It was the ranged ultimate one. I got to 780, which was actually pretty high for me. I don't know that that's going to really fix the... Well, I don't know what that's going to do. We can actually do the bracket looker. I guess we can look at the live bracket. I can't believe I queued up when I did for the bracket. I feel... What a mistake. Okay, so if you're ever curious, you can search me and look at me on the site, and then see my bracket. We're doing the comparison now. I didn't even realize there was a comparison, and it's going to estimate what my place is. Oh, even worse. It estimates that I am going to get 15th place. Okay. '15th. Well, I had a good bracket yesterday. In this bracket, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 people that are going to get over 2,300 waves. And that's when it drops off. And then we're going to have... All right, well, you know what? We're just might as well just pretend that the next tournament isn't happening, because nothing good's going to come from it. You know, it might as well just be a bye week, where I'm just not... I'll be lucky to get 15th place, which is kind of wow. Let's see how bad that actually is. Let's see. What is 15th place worth? 2 keys, 250 stones. Wow, what a gutter shot. You can't win them all. You know, I actually had somebody ask me, and this has come up multiple times, if you feel like you invested your stones differently, do you feel like you get a different outcome in the tournaments? And my answer to that is no. Absolutely not. Like, I've had somebody say, oh, you know, if you invested in smart... No. My tournament results are so much more determined by when I queue in the tournament than any other external factor. No matter how I spend my... Like, sure, could I maybe invest my stones not into econ and maybe do a little bit better? Yeah, maybe. The biggest thing would be if I had gotten Smart Missile earlier before Chain Lightning. Instead of putting those stones in Chain Lightning, I could have put it into Smart Missile, but, you know, that I didn't have Smart Missile. The other thing I could say is... And again, even if I had everything invested in more in an offensive, I might be doing better now in the short term. But I feel like I would fall behind in the long term. And so what I mean by that is because if I invested to do better in the tournament in the short term, it would mean that I feel like in the long term I would fall behind. Because everybody who's investing like I am, focused on their economy more and all those things, I feel like they're going to end up having more success long term. I really do, with how expensive... Because again, let's imagine I get in there. And the thing is, it's like if I invested my stones differently, it's going to give me a short-term boost, right? Because I'm going to have a short-term boost, a short-term return on the different... And this is... And we're being kind of generous here. I really don't think investing in Smart Missile, given everything else I have going on, would really change that much, given my calibration, okay? But let's say it gives me like an extra 25 stones a week. Everyone else who's investing in the long term makes 25 less stones a week. Obviously, stones are worth more the sooner you get them, so like there's no, you know, like investing in the future is difficult to extrapolate, But there's going to come a point where the people who've invested all their stones in the short-term gains run out of short-term gains to do. They're going to run out. And when they run out of short-term gains, then they're going to have to switch into a more long-term investing strategy by boosting their economy. And when I feel like since I've done it the other way, that I'm going to end up winning out. At least that's what I hope. That's what I tell myself at night, so I sleep at night. Is that by doing the inverse, I will eventually come ahead the other way. But maybe I'll never will. Maybe I will just forever be sentenced to be mediocre. Sometimes that happens, man. Sometimes you're just a regular guy in life. We'll never know. We will never know. But that said, once again, as always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. And if you have any questions, feel free to say something in the comments. I do always look forward to your questions. And as always, thank you again, and I hope you have a great day.